From the very beginning, Sutton demonstrated a natural talent for performance. In his high school years, he actively participated in drama clubs, gaining valuable experience on stage. His enthusiasm for the craft grew, and after graduating high school, he pursued higher education at Columbia University in New York, where he majored in drama. This move was pivotal, as it took him from small-town Tennessee to the heart of one of the world's most renowned theater scenes. Sutton's time at Columbia allowed him to hone his skills, develop his stage presence, and learn the intricacies of the performing arts. His early exposure to Shakespearean works and classical plays would later inform his approach to the character roles that made him famous. Sutton's life took a dramatic turn when the United States entered World War II. Like many young men of his generation, Sutton put his career on hold to serve his country. He enlisted in the U.S. Army and saw action in the South Pacific during the war. The experience of war deeply affected Sutton, instilling in him a profound sense of discipline and resilience. These qualities would later shape his most iconic roles, particularly that of Sergeant Carter. His time in the military was also instrumental in building the authoritative and commanding persona that he would channel into his characters. Despite the harsh realities of war, Sutton found solace in entertaining his fellow soldiers, often performing skits or impersonations to lift their spirits. His service not only shaped his character, but also provided him with an understanding of military life, which would prove invaluable in his acting career. After the war, Sutton returned to New York City, determined to pursue his dream of becoming a professional actor. However, like many aspiring performers, he faced significant challenges in breaking into the highly competitive entertainment industry. Sutton took on a series of odd jobs to make ends meet while auditioning for roles in theater, radio, and television. Despite the setbacks, Sutton remained committed to his craft, attending acting workshops and networking with industry professionals. His perseverance paid off when he began landing small roles in live television dramas during the early 1950s, an era often referred to as the golden age of television. Sutton's big break came in 1964 when he was cast as Gunnery Sergeant Vince Carter on Gomer Pyle, USMC, a spin-off of The Andy Griffith Show. The role would forever define Sutton's career, as the character of Sergeant Carter became one of the most beloved figures on television during the 1960s. As Sergeant Carter, Sutton played the perfect foil to the bumbling but lovable Private Gomer Pyle, portrayed by Jim Nabors. Carter's gruff exterior, booming voice, and endless frustration with Gomer's antics created a dynamic that captivated audiences. Although Carter was tough and often yelled at Gomer, there was a clear underlying affection between the two characters, which made their relationship endearing and relatable. Sutton's portrayal of the no-nonsense drill sergeant resonated with both military veterans and civilians alike, as he brought authenticity and heart to the role. The success of Gomer Pyle, USMC catapulted Sutton to nationwide fame. The show ran for 5 seasons from 1964 to 1969, and during its run, Sutton became a household name. His performance earned him critical acclaim and the admiration of fans across the country. Despite his stern on-screen persona, Sutton was known off-screen as a kind and generous individual, beloved by his colleagues and fans. His ability to balance toughness with humor made Sergeant Carter one of the most iconic characters of the era. After Gomer Pyle, USMC ended, Sutton continued to work steadily in television and theater. Though he would always be associated with the character of Sergeant Carter, Sutton sought out a variety of roles to showcase his range as an actor. He appeared in several TV shows including The Twilight Zone, Gunsmoke, and The Untouchables, demonstrating his versatility in both comedic and dramatic roles. Sutton also returned to his first love, the stage, where he performed in numerous productions, including The Odd Couple and The Andersonville Trial. His theater work was critically praised, and he proved that he was far more than just a sitcom star. Sutton was an actor of great depth, capable of delivering powerful performances across genres. While Sutton's professional life was marked by success, his personal life was one of stability and devotion to his family. He married his college sweetheart, Toby Migler, in 1946, and they remained together until his untimely death. The couple had 2 children, and Sutton was known for being a loving husband and father. Despite the demands of his career, he prioritized his family and led a relatively private life outside of the public eye. Sutton's dedication to his craft and his portrayal of iconic characters left a lasting impact on American television. Even decades after his passing, reruns of Gomer Pyle, USMC continued to introduce new generations to his work, cementing his legacy as one of the great character actors of his time. Frank Sutton died tragically and unexpectedly one day after revealing his secret to his wife. Frank Sutton concealed his illness for a long time before his death, knowing that his illness was irreversible. He understood the gravity of his condition. Sutton was a kind man, deeply loved by his wife and children. According to Toby Migler, his wife, and his children, Frank Sutton hid his heart disease, which he kept from everyone. This premonition of an unexpected incident in his health ultimately ended his life. Before he died, he disclosed that he had heart disease, though he did not say when it began. This also explained his deep love for his wife. Toby Migler revealed, "I sympathize with him right now. All we have left are good memories together." Tragically, Sutton's life was cut short when he suffered a heart attack on June 28, 1974, while preparing for a live performance in Shreveport, Louisiana. He was only 50 years old. His sudden death shocked his fans and the entertainment community. At the time of his passing, Sutton was still in high demand as an actor, and his career showed no signs of slowing down. His death left a void in the world of television comedy, as many felt there would never be another actor quite like him. In the years since, Sutton has been fondly remembered by his co-stars, particularly Jim Nabors, who spoke often of their close friendship and the respect they shared for one another. Today, Frank Sutton's contributions to television and his unforgettable role as Sergeant Vince Carter remains celebrated by fans of classic TV. His performance on Gomer Pyle, USMC continues to be lauded for its brilliance in combining humor with the depth of character. He brought authenticity to the role, drawing from his own military experience, and left behind a legacy that continues to endure. In Clarksville, Tennessee, where he was born, there are tributes to Sutton, including a theater named in his honor.